My child, come closer. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not let your mind wander. I need you to hear me clearly right now. There are many voices around you, many demands pulling at your attention, many pressures trying to shape your thoughts. But this message is not like the others. This is not random. This is not accidental. I am speaking to you because there is something you must understand today. Out of all the people walking this earth, this one, I must protect. You have felt it, haven't you? The strange tension around your life. The battles that seem to rise without warning. The way certain plans suddenly collapse. The way some relationships fall apart just when you thought they would stay. You have questioned it. You have wondered if you were doing something wrong. But what if I told you that some of what broke around you was not loss, it was protection? Listen to me carefully. There are things you cannot see. There are dangers you did not notice. There are traps you almost stepped into. And before your foot could fall, I move it. Before the door could close on you, I redirected you. Before the wrong hands could hold what is sacred inside you, I intervened. Not because you are weak, not because you are incapable, but because you carry something that must not be destroyed. You thought the resistance meant you were failing. You thought the pressure meant you were fragile. But I tell you now, the pressure is proof. The resistance is confirmation. When something is ordinary, it is left unguarded. But when something is rare, when something holds purpose, when something carries destiny, it is shielded. And you, my child, are not common. That is why the attack has felt personal. That is why the warfare has felt targeted. That is why you sometimes feel like you are walking through fire while others seem untouched. The enemy does not waste energy on what has no future. The enemy does not pursue what has no calling. But I do not leave my chosen exposed. There is a reason I am drawing your attention right now. There is a truth about your identity that you have not fully understood. And if you grasp it, you will stop questioning my protection and start trusting it. Stay with me. Do not skip what I am about to reveal. What you are living through is not random. It is not punishment. It is not neglect. It is protection. And I am not finished guarding what I have placed inside you. My child, I have seen what you have not said out loud. I have watched the moments when you smiled in front of others but felt tired deep inside. I have heard the prayers you whispered into your pillow at night when no one else knew you were struggling. You have tried to stay strong. You have tried to be grateful. But there have been days when you quietly wondered, why does it feel like so much is against me? I know about the exhaustion you cannot explain. I know about the heaviness that shows up without warning. I know how it feels when you try to move forward, and something unseen pushes back. You have felt misunderstood. You have felt overlooked. At times, you have even felt singled out. And a small part of you has asked, why does my life feel harder than it should be? My child, it is not because you are forgotten. It is not because I have turned my face away. It is not because you are cursed or unlucky. The tension around your life is not rejection. It is marking. You have always sensed that you are different. Even as a child, you felt things deeply. You thought deeply. You questioned deeply. You cared deeply. And sometimes the depth made you feel isolated. You tried to fit into spaces that could not understand you. You tried to shrink parts of yourself just to feel accepted. But even when you tried to blend in, something about you stood out. That is not an accident. The reason certain environments feel uncomfortable is because they cannot contain what I placed inside you. The reason some people pulled away is because they could not recognize what they were standing next to. And the reason the battles have felt personal is because what you carry is personal to me. You have cried over things others would ignore. You have fought battles in your mind that no one else could see. You have questioned your worth in silence. But I have never questioned it. I have never doubted you. I have never mistaken your sensitivity for weakness. What you call weakness, I call awareness. What you call overthinking, I call discernment. What you call being too much, I call being set apart. Heaven has not overlooked your tears. I have counted them. I have watched every moment you almost gave up but chose to keep going anyway. And even when you felt exposed and unguarded, I was closer than you realized. You are not targeted because you are fragile. You are guarded because you are valuable. And I have been protecting you long before you understood why. My child, now I will show you what you have not fully understood. You have been asking for protection, but you did not realize that protection is tied to purpose. I do not guard what has no assignment. I do not shield what carries no future. The intensity around your life is not random pressure. It is the weight of calling. You thought the opposition meant you were off track. You thought the resistance meant you had disappointed me. But I tell you gently and firmly, you were never off course. In fact, some of the strongest battles came because you were exactly where you needed to be. When you began to grow, the pressure increased. When you began to mature, the testing deepened. Not to break you, but to prepare you. You have believed the lie that you are fragile. You have labeled yourself as sensitive, unstable, too emotional, too affected by everything. But I see you differently. You are not fragile. You are finely tuned. You are not weak. You are aware. There is a difference. Fragile things shatter easily. But you, my child, have bent under pressure and still remain standing. That is not fragility. That is resilience. Let me correct another misunderstanding. Protection does not mean the absence of difficulty. It does not mean you will never feel pain. My protection means that nothing can destroy what I have ordained. It means that even when you walk through fire, the fire cannot consume your destiny. It means that even when storms rise, they cannot sink the purpose I planted in you. Some doors closed, and you thought I had abandoned you. But I was shielding you from paths that would have drained you, distracted you, or delayed you. Some relationships ended, and you thought you had failed. But I was removing hands that were not meant to carry what you hold. Some opportunities slipped away, and you thought you missed your moment. But I was guarding you from success that would have cost you your soul. Not everyone receives this kind of covering because not everyone carries what you carry. That is not pride. That is responsibility. What is inside you requires shaping, refining, and guarding. I am not protecting you because you are incapable. I am protecting you because you are entrusted. So release the belief that you are cursed. Release the thought that you are constantly under attack because you are flawed. The pressure around you is not proof of rejection. It is proof of assignment. And I do not abandon what I assign. My child, lift your head now. Breathe. You are not barely surviving. You are being sustained by my hand. Every moment that tried to crush you has actually strengthened you. Every delay that frustrated you has been aligning you. You thought you were losing time, but I was building depth. You thought you were falling behind, but I was establishing foundations that cannot be shaken. I have never left you unguarded. Even in the seasons when you felt alone, I was standing watch. When you cried in rooms where no one understood you, I was closer than your own breath. When you walked into situations that felt overwhelming, I had already stepped in before you arrived. You have never entered a battle by yourself. I was there first. What felt like denial was often redirection. What felt like silence was often strategy. I do not rush what carries weight. I do not expose what is still forming. I protect what I plan to use. And I plan to use you in ways you have not yet imagined. The doors that closed were not proof that you are unworthy. They were evidence that I am selective. Not every opportunity deserves you. Not every connection can handle you. Not every place is allowed to shape you. I am careful with you because your future is not small. It stretches further than you can currently see. You worry that you are behind. You compare your journey to others and wonder why theirs seems smoother. But you do not know what I have shielded you from. You do not see the unseen disasters that never touched your life because my hand intercepted them. You only see what was taken away. You do not see what was prevented. Trust my timing. Trust my covering. Trust my process. What feels delayed is not denied. I am not teasing you with promises. I am preparing you for fulfillment. The weight you carry will match the strength I am building inside you. The influence you will walk in requires the character I am shaping right now. You are not too late. You are not forgotten. You are not disqualified. You are under my protection because you are under my purpose. Nothing that is truly meant for you can be stolen. Nothing I have written over your life can be erased. Stand steady, my child. I am shielding what I intend to reveal. And when the time is right, what I have protected will rise without fear, without apology, and without being stopped. My child, now that you understand that I must protect you, stop fighting every battle as if you are alone. Rest in my covering. Walk forward without fear. You do not have to shrink to stay safe. You do not have to explain yourself to be secure. I am your shield. I am your defender. I am your peace. Choose trust today. Choose surrender over striving. When fear whispers that something will go wrong, answer it with faith. When doubt tells you that you are exposed, remind yourself that you are guarded by me. The same hand that closed doors for you will open the right ones. The same voice that warned you will guide you. The same protection that kept you will continue to surround you. To walk boldly. Pray confidently. Sleep peacefully. I am watching over your home. I am watching over your mind. I am watching over your future. Nothing will reach you without passing through my hands first. If this message has settled something inside you, do not keep it to yourself. Like this video as a declaration that you trust my protection. Share it with someone who feels attacked or afraid. Let them hear my voice too. Comment I am protected and seal it in your heart. Subscribe and remain under these words of covering, because I will continue to speak. And now, my child, as this message about my protection rests on your heart, listen closely. When you give, you are not supporting a channel. You are helping me protect another soul who is still trembling in the dark. You are placing oil in the lamp so my light keeps burning for the one who is about to give up. I have said, cast your bread upon the waters, and it will return to you. And when you sow into my word, you are sowing into an eternal harvest. I am stirring your heart even now. This is your moment to act with me. Do not ignore it. When you send your super thanks through PayPal, you are opening a river that carries my voice further than you can see. The link is in the description, and the QR code is before you. This is not a transaction. It is obedience. Some will scroll past, but you will not. You will respond. As you give, I bless your seed. I breathe on your generosity. I multiply what leaves your hand and return it as provision, peace, and protection over your house. The one who waters others will himself be watered, and I am watching what you release. So give. Partner with me. Let your offering become light for another child I must protect.